I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low.
Hi, another classic mixing trick that should definitely be mentioned in my series about classic mixing techniques is the Abbey Road Reverb technique. So let's go! Now, the Abbey Road Reverb Trick originates from the Abbey Road Studios in London in the UK, and it has been widely published about already. For example, in this Mixing Engineer's Handbook by Bobby Osinski. It's really a great book, so I'll provide an affiliate link in the description below if you want to pick it up. Now, the basic idea of this trick is that you EQ your reverb in a very specific way, so that it does not get in the way when you add more and more instruments to your mix. Now, I have made a video about this before, but unfortunately I had to take it down due to a copyright claim. But since it's such a famous technique, I just had to remake the video to have it in this series. And since this is a second attempt, it's better of course with some additional info. Now, the example project that I'm going to use for this is from the Produce Like a Pro Academy, but all the multitracks are also available in a public video by Mark Daniel Nelson, in which he takes an hour to go through the full mix of this song, so it's really worth checking out. I'll provide a link in the description as well. And in that video there is even a link to download all these multitracks, so you can try mixing it for yourself. I had a blast, so give it a go. The song is called Take My Lonely by an artist called Jeremiah Jones, and he graciously allowed me to use his song for this video, so I'll provide links to his website and socials below as well, so you can give him some love and show some appreciation. And it's a great song, by the way. So let's dive in. So let's first listen to this lead vocal dry without any reverb or delay, which as you can see I put on quite a lot for the full mix.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low.
Let's listen to it in the track. Again, bone dry first.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low.
And let's now put some reverb on there by enabling this Abbey Road effects track. And if we scroll down, you can see that there's a 7th Heaven plugin on there, set to large hall, 2.2 seconds, and the low and high cut filters are disabled. Slight amount of pre-delay. Let's listen to how this sounds.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low. You can turn a bad day into a party.
Yeah, so the reverb is a bit much now, but that's for demonstration purposes so that you can clearly hear the technique which I'm going to show you. So let's listen to the vocal in solo.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low.
So let's now add the Abbey Road Reverb Trick, and that consists of adding an EQ in front of the reverb. So I have a Pro Q3 here in front of the 7th Heaven plugin, which has a number of settings. One is a low cut filter at 600 Hz, 18 dB per octave. It can also be 12 dB, but this is just that little bit steeper. Let's enable that. And there's another high cut filter here at 10K, also 18 dB per octave. Let's also enable that. And the idea, of course, is that you get rid of all the low end in your reverb, which can really build up and make it really sound muffled. And also get rid of all the high end in your reverb, so that it doesn't interfere with all the other instruments and the background vocals, for example. Let's have another listen to the vocal with the EQ enabled and disabled, and I'll switch it up a couple of times so you can hear the difference.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full.
Yeah, so it clearly confines the bandwidth of the reverb. If you want to hear it even more clearly, we can just listen to the reverb signal. And we can do that via the listen bus on the effects track. So now you're just going to hear the reverb. Yeah, so super obvious difference now. When the reverb is not there, you really hear that boomy low end, and that's cleared away when you enable the EQ. Let's listen to it in the mix.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low. You can turn a bad day into a party. How you still love me is a miracle.
versus this with the EQ disabled.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low. You can turn a bad day into a party. How you still love me is a miracle.
Now next up, I'll show you a way that you can refine this even further. But if you like this video or find it useful, please give it a big thumbs up on YouTube so that it gets spread to more people. If you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe to the channel, and you can also ring the little bell icon so you get notified when I publish another video. For even more support, you can use the super thanks button below the video, which is kind of a virtual tip jar. Or if you intend to buy anything musical or not musical in one of these stores, if you first click one of the affiliate links below in the description, I will get a small commission of your purchase without any extra cost to you. Always highly appreciated. So let's get back to the Abbey Road Reverb Trick. Because for a vocal you can make it sound even a bit better by pulling out some of the mids. And for that I have a mid dip here of around -3 dB at approximately 2K. So let's listen to that on the vocal in solo.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low. I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low.
Yeah, I definitely feel that makes the reverb sound even better on this vocal. So let's listen to it in the mix.
I'm so cynical, you're so glass half full. You pick me up when I'm feeling low, down low. You can turn a bad day into a party. How you still love me is a miracle. And if
Yeah, it's sort of when you disable that mid cut, it feels like there's a bit of a blanket on that vocal, and when you put the mid cut in, it really releases the vocal to shine in full, at least to me. Now I've demonstrated this trick on a vocal, but you can equally use it to great effect on, for example, an acoustic guitar on drums. And in those use cases, it's a good idea to go look for that optimal high cut frequency, because especially for drums, you can really put it a lot lower even. Now, and that's really all there is to it with the Abbey Road Reverb Trick. And you can do it with any reverb and any EQ, but if you like these particular ones, I'll put some links in the description as well, so you can check them out. Now, after my initial video about this technique, I also ran into a video from Production Expert, in which he demonstrates that the EQ does not necessarily have to be in front of the reverb, but it can also be after, as long as the reverb is not a modulating reverb. I'll put a link in the video to that description as well, because it's interesting and it's kind of a mythbuster in the way the Abbey Road Reverb Trick is usually talked about. Now, if you like these kinds of videos about mixing techniques, I've done quite a few of them recently, and I've put them all in this playlist. So check it out, enjoy, and see you soon.